Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Let me check and make sure levels are working. Looks like everything's good here. Let me go ahead and get rid of our little welcome to everybody. Happy Sunday. Again, great to have everybody. 5x5. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. We have a good group of folks in chat. Let me just take a quick gander here at what's going on. We got about 15 of you joining right now. So, well, 16. It's been popping up there. So make sure you do all those things that allow us to share with everybody that we're here, and hit that thumbs up down below. And also, let's go ahead and see who we have in chat, because that's where all the fun is. Remember, if you're watching and you're not in chat, that's where the fun really takes place, because that's where everybody gets to make fun of me all day long. So that'll be a blast. So make sure that you jump in there. And in the chat, we have Mr. Landfill was here first. Good to have you, Mr. Landfill. We also have Nibbles and Bites. June, hey, welcome to the house. June had a great live stream last night with Bill. If you've not seen that, go back and take a look at that. June is, of course, pretty famous in the retro community with her C128 videos, which is probably why she's here today, because we're going to be taking a little look at the C128. Nothing very technical. We're just going to take a look at some games and see if there were any big differences in games between the C64 and 128. Spoiler alert, not much, but hey, it's going to be fun because I've got a really cool attachment that's going to help us load those games. So I think that'll be fun. We also have Sandcat is here. Maurice, good to have you here. And he was wondering if we were live already, and we were, so that's good. We have Deathy Bears is here from the Mega 65 community. He says he's multitasking and only catch about 20%, so he probably doesn't even know I'm talking about him right now, which is great. We also had some new folks pop in. If I can get my mouse to work here. Here we go. We have Valentine is here, and I think this is his first time. Let's see. Yes, first time in chat, but looking forward to your streams often. And in Germany, we do have quite a bit of a international audience. A lot of folks from Germany pop in, Europe, Canada as well. So it's good to have you all here. And let's see, Norbert is here. Norbert is a regular, also from Germany. Games for the C128 is one of my favorite topics in retro computing. Well, you have found the live stream for you today. That is for sure. I spent my youth with a C128, still having it. And yeah, mine's right there, and we'll bring it over here in just a little bit. And the 128 obviously is, well, not obviously if you're new to the channel, but it is something I do cover a lot. And it was my second computer. I jumped from a VIC all the way to 128, so it was a great upgrade for me. Xander's here. Hey, good morning at Eve. You know, I do this every time, Xander. I mess it up every time. Good morning, eve, night. There you go. I got it right this time, Xander. Good to have you here. Martin just popped in. Hey, Martin, good to have you here. Martin has been here several times and joins us. Chris is here. Chris, great to have you here. And Chris has sent me a little project that I'm working on, and it is how to enhance your audio with the TED series. And I'm working on that. And lo and behold, I'm working on that. And my Plus 4 just is not displaying video. So I've got some issues with video. It does the standard display, but when it goes to the graphics screen, I've got issues. So I've got a TED chip. So I've got the C16 out. I've got a memory expansion board coming in, and I'll talk about that when it all gets here. So Xander says his C128 was his first PC. That's really cool. So good to have you here. And here's our other wrench for the day. Jamie's Hack Shack is here, along with Mislav is in the house with a wrench as well. And my wrenches are my executive producers. They'll help me, and we'll talk about what all that means if you're new to the stream. But they'll be here to help us in chat and to post links if we need those posted, to ban users if we don't want them here because they're not keeping us a G-rated, family-friendly, or PG. We get a little PG sometimes, but just doing all those things to take care that we have a safe community for everybody. And Mr. Landfill says the SX64 was your first. Man, you were spoiled, weren't you? And I say that because, let me pull up my studio view here. You all know I have an SX64, and I'm just now receiving it. So that is one of those things that I do wish I had earlier, but I am really enjoying that. So good to have you here. So what do we have on tap today? Remember, keep messing around in chat. I'll take a look at it every once in a while. I'll come back and see what's going on. Last time I was on a live stream, which is 3 weeks ago, which is way too long, I couldn't keep up with chat. There was so much going on. So hopefully that'll happen again today, and you guys will have just as much fun in chat as I have watching you in chat. But today we've got some things we've got some boxes back here and some bags I need to open up. We'll do a little public service announcement. Dennis just popped in. Hey, Dennis, good to have you here. I think this is Dennis's first live stream. So everybody make sure you welcome Dennis. Yep, and as Jamie says, boop that like button, folks. So our executive producer doing his work in there. But we have those things, and I've got a little surprise for you with the C128. It's a little attachment that I'm using for the very first time, so that sure to be fraught with issues as I use that, but that's part of the fun, right? So let's go ahead and jump into some things, see what we have, what just showed up on my doorstep, and we'll talk about why here in just a minute. So the first thing we're going to do is open this guy right here. I got to be careful because my addresses are on everything. So let me go ahead and get you guys a top down. Hopefully this thing will go. Obviously this is an Amazon bag right here. So you have a producer. I do. I have two producers. I have two executive producers. So they are fabulous, and they support the channel, and they get an opportunity to help. So this is pretty cool. This is a Gotek. Now you're gonna look at this and you're gonna go, what do you need a Gotek for? Well, I think most of you know why I needed a Gotek, but I do want to hook this one up. Let me see which one this one is. This is, I think this is the first style of Gotek. And we see we have this right here. And man, these are, this is my first Gotek, guys. I have not had a Gotek, so here we go. So these are really cheaply made, aren't they? Holy cow, I can't believe I spent 30 some odd bucks for this plastic and this stuff. So I do know there's some firmware I have to flash on here, but as some of you know, I just received a TRS-80 from a friend, and they said you probably want to do, so you probably want that device. So my plan is, and let me make sure I got my thing here so I get the right, there we go. My plan is to see if I can get this connected into a TRS-80 Model 3. That's the goal. And I'll probably have to 3D print a plate and some other things. But then I learned that there were two versions of this. So let me just tell you what that means. So let me show you this one right here. This is another package. It arrived the same day that package arrived, and it is the upgraded Gotek, which some of you are probably saying, oh yeah, we knew there was an upgraded one. Why didn't you get the upgraded? So there are two here, and I actually wanted both for specific reasons. I want to check out and see what the differences are between the two of them. This is nice because this has a rotary encoder on it so that you can move through your images faster than doing the button press thing. So there you go. There are two Goteks that will show up on the channel at some point. And this one seems a little, it seems more well made than this guy over here. So have you done anything with Goteks? If you have, let me know in the chat. Let me know you are the person I need to contact when I have problems getting these working. But that is going to be unique for me because I do not have a lot of experience with the Radio Shack TRS-80 Model 3. It's a beautiful machine. It's got a cover. It looks brand new. Screen works. Everything works. It just needs some kind of storage option besides a cassette. So that's the goal for these. If you have resources or links, things that you think will help me get these things put together, please send those to me, retrocombs@icloud.com, or post them in the Discord if you are in our Discord community. So there you go. There's the first couple of items right there. Let me go ahead and put these up so they're safe, and that one does not fit back in there. All right, let me just get these out of the way. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about in chat. June says she has a bunch of them. Why does that not surprise me, June, that you have a bunch of these? I can imagine. So if you have experience on the TRS-80, let me know. And again, I did do some cursory research, and I do know there's a firmware that I have to get and some other things. I'm sure I'll work it out. It'll be one of those projects that'll be frustrating yet fun, which is all about, that's what the retro community is about, right? Frustrating yet fun. Anybody have a frustrating project on the bench? Put that in the chat right now. All right, let me put that back here. And for those of you who noticed the last time that I opened up my Raspberry Pi that I purchased from Pi Moroni, and notice I had the wrong adapter. There you go. I had to buy one of these just so I could use the European adapter on my plug here. So I decided instead of just sending the adapter back, you can get these for about $5, $4 or $5. So I just got, I think I got two of them for $7, something like that. So there we go. That's taken care of. So Jamie, I know you pointed that out, that I got the wrong power adapter for my Raspberry Pi. So I'm just, there's the quick fix for me. Probably good to have these anyway, right? You didn't get to watch me open those because those are already in. So there you go. Let's see. The other thing, the last, or two more things. Now I did share this, but I kind of want to open it now because I kind of would like to use it. So while I'm doing it, this is the Keychron C2, but I want you guys to see this. This was one of those Amazon Day specials, and I've been looking for another keyboard. I have, let me see, do I have a camera view where you can see that? Probably the Studio right here. I've been using this little guy, and I hate these little guys, I have to admit. These drive me nuts, these little keyboards. I like something with a micro switch. So, and I wanted something a little retro, so that's what led me to this little guy right here, which was on sale, and this is the Keychron C2, but it's kind of interesting because of the color scheme. So let me show you this right here. First of all, you gotta love Keychron. Their stuff is awesome. I have one of these in the other office over there, the workbench office. So here we go. Don't call it a European adapter, it's a UK adapter. Oh, thank you, Xander. Okay, Xander is correcting me there. So that is probably, yeah, I don't want to offend anybody. So, so thank you for that. We will call it a UK adapter. Okay, so here we go. Let's go back to here, and I'll come back chat here in just a minute. We'll check up and get caught up. Ooh, look at this. So make sure switch pins are straight before inserting switch. I don't think I have to install anything, but I guess that's just in case I want to change these. So now this is a Mac specific, but you can swap it out if you want to do that. But look at these colors. I'm hopeful this will give us, you know, June was mentioning the retro vibes of the music. I'm hoping this gives me the retro vibes of the keyboard. And I did want a full size because when you're running Vice, it's always good to have the, ooh, that is pretty. What do you guys think? Look at the colors on that. That is just retro enough. It's got the little feet there for us. Let me go, man, this is a nice box too. Check this box out. Now here's the extras that you get with it in case you're curious. Let me go ahead and bring us this view over here. Right, there we go. And we can get these for you. So here's the extra keys right here. So if you're a Windows user, which I am not, here's our cable. Now this is not Bluetooth. This is nice. This has a USB-C to USB-A adapter, which is nice. And I do not plan on using, I don't think I'm going to need that. I think I'll be able to go straight with that. So that'll be there. So let's go ahead and see what we have. Oh, nice. This is probably about the fourth one of these key caps pullers I have. But that's kind of nice. It's even got a smaller one there. So they do it right. Keychron really does a nice job with their keyboards. Highly recommended. I will. I have not done so, but I will link to this down in the video description if you are interested at some point. I'm going to put this back in here. I'm going to put this back here, and I'm going to put this top back on. And let's just take a little listen to the sounds. Oh, I like that. Oh, that is nice. So you're going to hear this because this is going to become the replacement keyboard for that during the live streams. That is pretty nice, everyone. I really like that. Very, very nice. I don't think I need to swap anything because it looks like, let me show you here. It looks like we've got the Mac keys right there. So we're good to go. Option and control. So I am good to go. Man, love that sound. Very nice. So I am not going to take the time, obviously, to set that up now. That is not something you are here to watch. But hey, if you're looking for a great retro-styled keyboard, there you go. Again, we'll link that in the video description. Now, one last thing. This came to me, this box right here, and I think some of you will have some interest in this. Especially if you have a workbench. I think some of you are going to have, hey, Taro's in the house. Good to have you, Taro. Jamie, thanks for welcoming Taro to the chat room. Good to have you with us. Let's see how we're doing. Oh gosh, we've got quite a few viewers today. This is awesome. Okay, so the any key is missing. Oh, that's too funny. Very, very nicely done. It does sound like a glorious keyboard. I agree. I love a good sounding keyboard for sure. All right, so I will, there you go. I will come back to this in just a minute, but I do want to talk about this next one. So here's the box. So let me give you a little heads up on this. Let me zoom back out a little bit here. That's going to be, there we go. So you can see the box. This is a digital microscope. This was sent to me by the manufacturer, and they said, hey, do you have any projects where you have need for a digital microscope? And I immediately thought in my head, I always have need with these eyes, these 58-year-old eyes, need sometimes just something that could help me with some soldering projects. And I have 2 soldering projects coming up that have some smaller components. And I thought, yeah, that'd be great. And I said, what's the deal? And they said, just feature it during your regular video. And I thought, hey, I can do that. So I don't even have to do just like a regular video. They just want me to feature this. I have not opened it. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of open it up and take a look at it together quickly before we dive into our 5C Commodore 128 games. So I did get it out of the bigger box to make it a little bit easier. So let's check this thing out, shall we? All right, let's see if this is going to be easy for you all to see. Okay, so let me move that. There we go. And so this is the Digital Microscope 246S. Now they have 2 versions of this. They have this with a 7-inch screen and a 10-inch screen. Now I will admit I got really greedy and they said, we're going to send you the 7. And I said, hey, can I get the 10 instead? So it never hurts to ask, right? And so they were kind enough to send me the 10-inch version, which is nice. So here's our components list. Looks like there's some assembly required. I think these are metal poles, so we'll find that out as we get in here. Let's see what we have in here. It's nicely packaged, I will say that. Now I will not put this thing together today, but just thought oh, here's the screen. Ooh, this is a nice screen. This is a nice screen. Check this out, and you can see my camera. Nice 10-inch screen. I'm anxious to see. Now this is plastic. This is plastic. So this is the camera right here. So that's going to be kind of interesting. See how all of that works. Let's see. Oh, I did not know it came with a remote. That's kind of handy. So from a distance we'll be able to play. And again, I won't take too much of this out. Oh yeah, this is plastic, but still looks pretty nice. Let's check. What else do we get? We get some tools to put it together. Some tweezers. Here's the clips for the base so that you can clip down your PCB or whatever you're working on. Adapter, is it USB-C? What do we have? We have this, let's see. Oh, that's unfortunate. Look at this, guys. It's USB, whatever that is. I always, micro A or mini A, whatever that is. I always forget what that is. You guys will tell me in chat, I'm sure. So that's kind of disappointing, but that'll work. Now, the other nice thing about this is, oh, here's another lens. You have a couple of different lens options right here. So we'll take care of that. Okay, so there is some metal in here. There are metal components. Here's another cable. Now, you may be wondering, HDMI, this will actually connect via HDMI or USB. Oops, sorry, there we go. Which is really kind of neat because I can plug this into my ATEM. I could actually live stream with this and you can see it. So that's really neat. And I can, when I'm doing prepared videos, I can do that. So again, this was only meant to be kind of a quick introduction or kind of a preview for this thing. Let me see if I can get it all put back into the box right here. Let me put this here. Boy, I don't know if I'm gonna get all this in here or not. Let's put that there. I want to protect it. And let's go ahead and put this back on here. And I still have a cable. There we go. I didn't get the LRL. So what I'll do, I'm going to leave the cable because that's just a standard USB or rather HDMI cable. Let me get everything in here. So expect to see this in a couple of upcoming videos and possibly during a live stream if I decide I have a live stream project, soldering project or other project that I need a digital microscope. There we go. So thank you to the folks who sent that over, and I'll talk more about that as I actually use it in a prepared video. All right, let me set this aside over here. All right, how are we doing in chat? Let me get caught up on chat. And I am behind, and then we will move some things over. Let me go ahead and scroll back over here. So while I was away, and while I was away, that means while I was unpacking a bunch of stuff. Oh, got stuff everywhere. Here we go. Throw that down there. Have to clean up afterwards. Let's see. That's funny. Xander's welcoming Dennis. Dennis is here. Hey, Dennis, good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Nibbles and Bites, you have a producer. We talked about that, which is great. Yeah, you can't beat our rates for sure. Thanks, Jamie, for that. Yeah, I don't. What's interesting? Usually, you pay a producer. They pay me to get that right. I don't. There's something wrong with that, I'm sure. But it is. I really appreciate each and every one of them for doing that. So Bill and I just do it live, as it were. Well, yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've seen people talk about them, but never have used one. I assume you are talking about the Gotek. Yep, we're still talking about Goteks. Gotek is just an STM32 on a floppy header. So that's where the firmware comes in, which is my understanding. And again, that's some things I'll need to learn about that. So I will do my research before I get going. The 8-Bit Guy released his latest video on Patreon, so didn't keep an eye on the clock. Oh, that's why you're... Oh, so you chose the 8-Bit Guy over me. Is that what you're... I get it. Honestly, I get it. No biggie. Thanks for the fun, though. That was good. That is pretty fresh. Zenderbar, as I said, the European plug is the only natural plug. I don't know. I would say that the United States and North American plug is the only one, but that's just me. How's the fit and finish? Creaky. Are we talking about, it was about, you may want a USB-A for your Mac. Modern Macs tend to drop C connections sometimes. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to check that out. Thanks for that tip. That takes away the joy of using Rainbird Sprinkler tool to remove keys. Yes, it does, but those are fun. Awesome clicks. Awesome. Yes, it is. Sounds really nice. Looking forward to that. Okay, here we go. C128 was my dream machine back in the day. I didn't get one until 2002 when I was actually given one. So that is, somebody gave you a really nice machine. That is cool. Nibble says, I have an Amscope with a bunch of lenses, which is a much more professional microscope than this is. That one is about, so we can compare, that one is, I think the retail price on the 10-inch model, not retail, the Amazon price, right? Nothing's really retail anymore, but the Amazon price is about $250 or so. So I was just pleased that they sent it to me for nothing. I got a 128D, was one of my dream machines from eBay way back in '97. It didn't work and I had zero skills, and not much better now, and remember trashing it, which Jamie and I have talked about that when we were headed to Vintage Computer Festival Midwest just this last September. He and I were talking about that. The camera's mounted to the back of the display. It should be interesting. It will be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Another stream to assemble and test the microscope. Oh, we could do it. We could do a stream. Speaking of streams, while I have you all, I am off from the paying gig on Halloween. It's just something I do every year. I like to put Halloween as a vacation day because the lovely accountant and I like to enjoy our Halloween together and prep and get ready and all those kinds of things. But I am thinking about a Halloween live stream. Probably sometime around morning to mid-afternoon before everything gets started. If you think that's a good idea, drop a comment in here. Also, if you're in the Discord, and we'll talk about how to get in the Discord here in a little bit. So we'll talk about that. Yes, it is Micro B. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is why I have chat, because you are my chat assisted memory. So I have a problem with that. Let's see. If it's not USB-C, Combs may throw it into the street. Yes, I know. It was that close because I hate USB B, C's, all those other ones before C. Not C, B, A, well, whatever they are, right? Probably only needs 5 volt, 1 amp. Probably so. It looked like a very, very small power brick. Playing stream back at 2 times to catch up with you guys. Oh man, I'm fast talker anyway. Can you imagine me at 2 times the speed? Chipmunk edition, trademark. There you go. Nibbles Bites. Stuffing things back into a box is always impossible. It is, isn't it? And it just can drive you nuts. I end up never keeping boxes just because of that. 2X once in a while keeps you as alive as possible. Well, that's good. All right. So good idea for a stream. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. And if there's something specifically you would like to see, I do have some ideas. I think last Halloween I did a horror games on the C64. I do have an idea, but it's hard to find. Well, here, I'll just tell you. And I'm not going to tell you why I'm choosing this, but I want to play games that involve alien abduction. Okay, everybody got it? Games that involve alien abduction. I want to stick with one platform. It can be the Amiga. If I choose the Amiga, I'll probably do it on the Pi-Mega 3 or the C128, which are no games, but C64, obviously. We could do it on the SX64, and I can either way. But games that involve alien abduction. Put those in chat. I'll start collecting them, or send them to me at retrocombs@icloud.com, or put them in the Discord. Okay, and we will talk about those. All right, so now this is the point where I get to go all public service announcement. Before, does Maniac Mansion count? I think it does, but it's a game to play for a long time, but I think it probably could count. Play Project Firestart. Okay, I got to make sure I collect all of these. Let me get my pen. You start my list because you all are starting a good one already. So Project Firestart, I like that. If you know what platform it's on, let me know. Is it Commodore? That would be helpful too. Firestart, because it is going to be Commodore, because as you know, the channel is primarily Commodore computers, but every once in a while I dive into a TI, or now I guess I'm gonna have to talk Trash 80, but not many games for that. Okay, so I've got my little list going here. I will keep that going. All right, so let me clear that. There we go. And let me do this right here. I'm going to go over to my Mac right here and just remind everybody before we play some games, don't forget you can support the channel if you're not doing that at buymeacoffee.com/retrocombs. I'm really excited today because as you all know, you can join at all these fun levels, and in just joining at the $1 pet level gets you, you support me on a monthly basis, you get the monthly newsletter access, which is kind of nice. And then if you go to $2, you actually get to join our Discord community. So that's at the VIC 20 level. But check this out. Bill Hurd has been kind enough to allow me, and this happened during my last live stream, if you don't remember. He said the C128 should be the Bill Hurd level. And I said, hey, can it just be the C128 Bill Hurd approved? And he said, absolutely. So now the Commodore 128 level, which is really appropriate for today, right? Because we're going to be playing Commodore 128 games, is officially Bill Hurd approved. So there you go. And Bill is not in today, but he might pop in later. Sometimes he pops in a little bit late. And you can say hello to him, or you can send something to him and tell him I joined at the C128 level because it was Bill Hurd approved. And of course, you do get a lot of other things with that too. You can see that's one of our producer levels. So you get access to the Discord, but also a producer level area in the Discord. You get credits on the videos, all kinds of fun stuff. So there you go. There is my public service announcement. And don't forget, you can hit that super chat down below if you want to participate. And remember, everything goes back into the channel. That's the goal, to keep the lovely accountant happy and make sure everything I do down here doesn't hit the budget upstairs. Okay, so know that you are providing support for the channel. So thank you for that. Let's go ahead. You guys ready for this? All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring a top down back here again. It's a little blurry. It'll unfreak out here in a minute. And I'm going to bring the Commodore 128 over. Okay, here we go. Now you'll notice on the back of this thing, I've got this guy hooked up. And my camera's a little, I'll adjust this later. I'm not gonna do it right now. And it's always gonna be a little bit of a, I'm gonna get you a different view because I think this view will probably be better. Let me go ahead and get the desk view here. There we go. And let me zoom out a little bit for you. So this is the Ultimate 2 Plus. This just came in. I did get the transparent version. Let me show you how this thing is set up here. And I am going to pop off the mobile camera here so you can see. Whoa, there you go. That'll make you dizzy. So here we go. This is it right here. It does plug into your cartridge port. It's got a USB drive. Now what's interesting here is there are 2 USB ports, if you're not familiar with this device, and each one can serve as a drive 8 or a drive 9. It includes Ethernet. June, this is with the Archon challenge. I don't think there's any way we can use this to or network any games. I think it's just for Telnet, but gosh, it did make me wonder, is there some way? I'm not going to talk more about that. Something June and Bill and I and those of you in the Discord know what's going on. And then if we come over here, let me pull over here, you can see that we have power from the cassette port, from the data set adapter, and then our IEC going in here and here. There's also a speaker right here, and on the back there are 3 buttons. This is a flash button, this is the button to bring up the menu, and then this is the reset button. So we are going to be using this for the games, to load the games today. And I had a chance to spend yesterday playing around with it to see that it worked. And it does. Let me make sure I seat that in properly so it doesn't go flying off the thing when I start playing. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and move this. Now we do need to plug in some power and we need to get some video connected. So I will do that next and check out a little bit of chat because I'm actually, does aliens count? I think aliens could count, right? Aliens should count. Tarot. So I will add aliens. There's probably a aliens version of that for the Commodore. There we go. I'll get it right here. I'm multitasking, and as you all know, when I multitask, I get confused. All right, so let's go ahead, and the power source I'm using today is this one right here. So I don't use the original power sources. I'm trying to remember the brand name on this. It is not on the back, but I do like this. I also like it because it lets me know what kind of power it's serving, which is nice. So let me go ahead and plug this in over here, and we'll clean up the cables in just a minute. All right, we will plug this in right here. I had this all nice and neat, and then I thought, you know what, I can't keep this here because I need the table for all the unboxings. So this is pretty nice because it tells you right here, let me see if I can zoom in there a little bit, what kind of power we're sending. So we're sending 5.01 volts right there. You can see that. Kind of see it. It's kind of tricky right there, but it's just really a nice power adapter. I like it. And again, I don't remember the brand. I will look for it and try and get that in the video description for you afterwards. As you all know, I do a lot of stuff after the live stream. I'll put a lot of links in there for things that we've talked about, so make sure you check it out later if you are interested. Let me go and zoom this back out. All right, and then we need to connect our video, so let me grab my video cable. What happened to my video cable? I sure hope that's it. We will find out if that's the right one. I have a couple over here, so let's get that one done. All right, so, and let's go here and do this one. All right, and so now we will, let me clean up my mess here. Now, the other thing that is really fun about this is listen to what happens when I turn it on. Let me go ahead. I'm going to bring up our, you know what? I need to turn on my capture card. I did not do that before I got on here. Well, that's not good. It's like watching grass grow, isn't it, folks? Watch me connect a retro computer to my studio. Huh. How exciting is that? All right, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and hook up our retro screen here. Let's turn it on and see what happens. And it sounds even like a 1541. Could you all hear that? Let me know if you could hear that. I'm not sure. I do have some noise cancellation in this mic, so I'm not sure that you heard those noise. If not, I may be able to get a little bit closer for you so that you can hear it. But it is just really cool. Now, before we play some games, I do need to get my headsets on because I'm not going to be able to hear the game. Well, actually, I may have it set up where I can hear it. Hold on. I might actually be able to hear it. Sound good. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. Mr. Landfill is like my audio engineer. He lets me know when stuff's going on. Let's see. So how this works is right now, I don't think I've attached any devices. Let's see. Yeah, so there's nothing attached. And you can see right here, let me show you with the top down, a flashing light saying, hey, you need to attach something. So we'll go ahead and do that. And it's really easy. I'm going to, well, if I can get down here, I'm going to hit my little button back here. And let's go back to our retro, and you see you get a menu. And then what you can do is you can use your cursor keys to move around that menu. And this Cruiser Spark is where all of my files are. But I do want to show you just a few things, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here, but I do want you to see some of the configurations. It does have an RTC built in, which is nice. You can see that. And you can do some audio output settings, which I have not played with, but you can see that you can change that built-in speaker. You can change the volume a little bit. I don't know if I can go any higher than 15. It looks like 15 is it, so that's good. You can modify your SIDs, which is really cool. You can change your volume, your pan. You can do all kinds of really fun stuff with your audio settings. Your IEC settings, you have those here. You can use Jiffy DOS with this, which is really nice, and I'm still working on that with the 128. It looks like you can set up Jiffy DOS for the C64 and the 1541, but the ROM feature isn't supported yet for the Commodore 128 for the internal ROM, which means with this device, you wouldn't have to install a ROM in the actual hardware. You don't need a hardware ROM. You can do it in the software, which is kind of cool. You see we have C64 and cartridge settings here. So you can make some changes there. It does support RAM expansion unit, which is really nice, all the way up to 2 megs, which if you're going to do some GEOS, it does support the Geo RAM as well. So that's pretty cool. User interface settings. You have some things there if I want to change the color. This is the default, the black and the white. I'll probably go in and change that at some point. That'll be kind of fun. Tape settings, you see that we can make some changes here. I don't know that I would want to change much on that. I probably don't want that to be PAL. I probably would want that to be NTSC because that's where I am. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then you have your drive settings, and this is where you can change all the things. You can see right now I have Jiffy DOS installed. Now I'm not going to get a speed boost really out of it because you need Jiffy DOS on both sides from what I understand. But let me know if you know and you're in the chat, does just having Jiffy DOS on the drive itself give us any performance increase? I should have researched that. I did not. I don't think it does, but I'd love to know your thoughts in chat because I'll come back to chat here in just a minute, get caught up. And you see you can set up both drive A and drive B, which is really nice. And then here's that network settings, June, that I'm not sure how that works. But this will at least allow me to use Telnet, which I really am looking forward to doing that. Now, here's what I will say about, let me say this to Flash because I did make a change. Or let me show you one more thing first. So here's another one, and you see that we can, we have some options here. So here's our machine settings. If we don't change that, some additional drive settings, if we don't do that, and just some additional options here. And then there's a whole developer setting if you're into developing on this thing. And let me get out of that. There's also right here some additional information if you need that. And then here is your software information. I did update this to software version 3.10J. I did that yesterday. I had I was on here, so there was a slight little update, so I just went ahead and risked it. I should have kept it. I should not have tried it because it could have borked the whole thing and it not been working for today, but it did work out well. So that's really cool. So what I will say, let me get back out of here, is that I am loving this thing after playing with it yesterday. It had so much functionality that it makes me want to get my Commodore 128 out and play with it because everything is so much faster. Now, we're not going to get super fast load times on these games. We're pretty much getting real time. So we'll be waiting on some games loading, but we do get cycle accurate. We get the noise, we get the sound, we get the RAM expansion. It is just a great device. And you know what? It just looks cool. Yeah, it's a little wiry back here, but I love the clear version. I love that it uses just a simple USB drive, which are inexpensive. Come on, this camera, there we go. And it's a fabulous feature. So let me get caught up on chat before we play a couple of games here. Time is, oh, we're doing pretty good on time. Excellent. So I am behind a little bit. Let's see. Mislav says, I successfully skipped 2 of my comments. That Bill Hurd level looks sweeter and sweeter by the minute. Yes, it does. Sorry, I missed that. Let me go back and see. Jamie says the 128 power supplies were pretty safe though, right? Yeah, I think they were, but I did not want to risk it. This C128 I received was in just amazing shape, so I didn't want to lose. I wanted it to be protected. Okay, so I've got some catching up to do, according to Mislav. So let me come back up here and see where I left off. Jamie's saying he might do some extra live streaming around Halloween. Hey, if you're wanting to support a good charity, check out Jamie's channel and subscribe and like. He does that every year, and that could be a lot of fun, which is good. Oh yeah, Combs, if you want to borrow my dark saber, let me know. Well, that could be fun. Taro says the microscope could be really handy at times. I think so too. MM is on about everything. MM. Oh, Maniac Mansion. Yes, it is. It does run on about everything. Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders. That's a good one. That is a good one. Those are kind of wild to play though, because you really need to sit down and play them for a while. But that is a good Zach McCracken. Those are awesome recommendations. Jamie's got a post for us. He says, I played the last Halloween, may try it again. Oh, I need to check that one out. I'm not going to click it now because it will mess me up. So Briley, and then what is that title? What's the actual title, Jamie, if you could post that for me? Zach is more about human. That's true. I think I'll go both ways, though. I think we can do that. Defender. Oh, yeah, you know, Defender, the original, right? You kind of do need to play Defender. And so there's been variations of that too, Interceptor and some other things. The second of those, Zach was my favorite game. Zach was a lot of fun. Yes, I agree. Zach was a lot of fun playing. Let's see what else we have. Trying to get caught up. Sadly, there's no working on that. Oh, did you lose, June, did you lose your 128D? Oh, that's not good. That's bad. Mike knows knows not to cancel fake floppy noises. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Smart Mike, right? Good Mike. What is this? I'm using a Rode. Yeah, I've got a Rode up there. Crunch, 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 grindy, 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 crunch, crunch. Yes, so we woke you up with that sound, didn't we? You were programming and then you heard the sound of the 5041 crunching and you said, oh, I got to check out and see what's going on. I thought you can load cartridges. You can. I'm sorry. Thank you, Xander. You can load cartridges. As a matter of fact, Jamie and I were texting or DMing or Discording or whatever it's called last night. There might be a Mach 128 cartridge that I could use to fast load, but I didn't have time to research it. But you can load cartridges. You can swap them out on the fly, so to speak. So that's what's kind of cool is you have two floppies, a cartridge, a sound port, and all those other things, a RAM expansion unit, all in one unit. So that would be hard. That would have been hard to do before we would have had one of those expander things hanging out the back. So really cool. Jerry says, watching me hook up my retro computer, how exciting is that? We're your audience, so yeah, we love it. Well, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it. It's not everybody who would come in here and watch me hook up a computer. That is for sure. And I can tell you that the lovely accountant upstairs would not be in for that. And not many people would. Norbert says the design of your C128 fits perfectly to your studio. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm digging my studio. It's still a work in progress. But it's a small work in progress. Hey, what happened to my Mega 65? Look, it's stalled. That's not good. Hang on. Uh-oh. We may have problems. I may have borked the Nexus 4 FPGA. Let's see if we can get it going. Interesting. Now, this is not going to be one of those on-the-fly fixes, okay? I'm not going to do... Oh, wait. Here we go. Maybe. I see life. There we go. All right. We'll leave that up there. Perfect. Okay. So the Mega 65 is back. Whew. Well, not the Mega. The Mega 65 is... Well, you can't see it, but... the Mega 65 is still right here, all safe and sound in its little slot, unless you are concerned. All right. There it is. All right. So... that is, of course, the Mega 65 core running on the FPGA, the Nexus 4. So really cool there. Let's see. Autofocus on the top down is a bit haywire. It is always bit haywire. It just is. It goes crazy. So I'm working on it. It doesn't like the white desks. And so I'm thinking about trying to fix that. We may need to apply googly eyes to the top down cam to trigger face detection. Ooh, smart idea. A couple of googly eyes. Right there would be good. It seems like anytime you get anything that's even just a little level off of this white, I think if I put a pad, see how it sits and focuses. I may need to do a green pad under here. I think the white is just really killing it. So if I could find a really nice green soldering pad or something there, I might do that. But I'm gonna stay away from it. Okay, we won't need it much more. It'll emulate the DMA for the 128 REU. So better to use an REU. Yeah, okay. I have heard that and read that. So good to know. No speed increase without. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, which is a bummer. Let's see. To be emulating a 1570. Oh, that would have been good. I probably should have emulated a 1571. So the question then becomes: these are all D64s. And yeah, it does. If you load a D64, it defaults to the 1541 mode on this, I think. Now, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. So, not sure. Norbert says, as far as I know, the Ultimate 2 menu just works on 40 columns on the C. Well, yes, that's what I've seen too. If I switch to 2 megahertz, you cannot use the menu anymore, except using Telnet with a LAN connection. So I'm still learning those things myself. Hey, Jim's in the house. Hey, Jim. A replacement for the 128D power supply would be great. And of course, that's what I'm using. I'm using the replacement. I'm not using the original. Let's see. I have a 128D PAL plastic case. Do you know if the power supplies are the same size? So we got some, I love this. I love when you all are helping each other in chat. That's perfect. Is the C128 PSU still linear or switching? I have no earthly idea. Isn't it switching? And I say that thinking I know what I'm talking about, but I think I remember it switching. The problem is the 9-volt VAC it outputs. Yeah, the original. So let's see. FYI, in 20 minutes, I'm off to Austin, Texas. Get out of here. Really? You're gonna be that close? Not close at all, but it's closer than you normally are, that's for sure. Are you racing? No, just a fantasy. All right. Martin says a C128 is still missing in my... Well, Martin, they're getting harder and harder to find. You better get on that. Are you top-down swap to manual focus? I can. I'm not sure I want to do that because sometimes I do this thing where, yeah, so you can't see what I'm doing. Sometimes I like to show things up here. But yeah, I could do that. I can swap. We'll figure it out. We'll get it, again, we'll figure that out here pretty soon and work on that. James Hackshack, oh, okay, so you guys are going at it. And almost caught up here. Let's see. Hey, Dennis is here. Hey, Dennis, good to have you here. Great stream, but got to go. We'll watch later. Oh, man, we lost another one. He probably didn't like watching me hook up computers and stuff. All right, let's get to playing some games. So I think that gets me caught up. Let's see, 8-bit projects, PSU for Real D is totally different. Okay, you guys keep talking about power supplies. I will come back to that. All right, let's get some games going. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go back to our retro review, and this is why we don't really need the top down. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire up. We're going to go down, and I wanted to do these in order, and I think what I've done is labeled these, so I would do them in order if I remember. Oh, there we go. And let's go to C128 games. You can see that you have directories that you can move through, and here we go. So June, you called it. Kik-Start II is the first one we're going to try. And so what I'm going to do is hit enter, and we are going to, I'm just going to try and run it first and see if it works. Now that's interesting. It went into 64 mode. Now, why would it do that? Because it did that thing where it saw the D60, and so there's some quirks here. Now I can bring that back up. That's no problem. We'll just come back here, and we are going to mount the disk, and then I'm going to reset, and we should have. There you go. So we are going to come up here, and let's just do the old thing where we do deload. Right here. And we'll come down here and run that, and we'll get started. All right, so while we're doing that, again, this is the point where I either have to stretch or you guys have stuff in chat that I can talk about, because this is going to take a while because we are loading cycle accurate. You can hear it, right? You can disable the auto drive selection stuff. Yeah, I'll have to go in there and figure that out. It's interesting because that's really the first time I've kind of noticed that. I have to repair, I'll have to repair a few 128s. Here we go. How about this screen? So if you're thinking that the 128 provides a lot of graphics enhancements, it's not a whole lot. I mean, I think we can get that same screen on the C128. Not, let's see. So Mislav and Jamie are thanking our folks. Thanks for being good executive producers out there. I'm sorry. Ultimate Auto Boot does not work for 128s in 128 mode. It's interesting because did I do it yesterday? I want to check something. Because I did have, I thought I auto booted at some point a game. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But again, you can see how long this is taking. Now, my question is, do I want to use headphones? And I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. Oh, let me make sure my sound on my retro is working. There we go. We'll get you a little sound right here. All right. There we go. Let me headphone up here. That wasn't too bad. So again, not a lot of, let me go ahead and, I need to back off this mic just a little bit. Not a lot of difference in sound either. This is pretty much a standard. I think we could create this game on a C64 and be fine. All right, let's see how this game plays. I am using the Hyperkin joystick. That link is in the video description if you need a new joystick. That's down there for you. Choices are, let's see if we can figure this out. Choose 3 courses from the following. I need to bring that down. That is annoying. Holy cow. There we go. I don't know if you all found that as annoying as I did, but it seemed really annoying. Okay, press A, B, or C for more courses. A, B, or C. Courses chosen, 8. Wow, this is interesting. F1 is select player option. Let's do that. And then Oh, I see. So we can move through there. 2 players, 1 player versus computer, and F7 to start. Let's do it. Let's see if this game gives us anything a regular Commodore 64 game wouldn't. Oh, it wants our name. Oh, all right. retroCombs. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah. So, oh, hello. Hello. Am I in the right port? I may not be in the right. Well, no, it's jumping. Let's see. I am not doing something right. Let's see what the controls on this are. As you all know, this is part of the fun. I have done absolutely zero research before playing this game. So how do you speed up? Oh, there you go. You got to move the stick forward for your accelerator. All right, here we go. Wow. Well, at least he went off too. What? All right, hang on. We're going to get this. Oh, I was so close that time. All right, we're getting the hang of it now. How in the world are you supposed to navigate that? That looks painful. All right, here we go. Let's try again here. Okay, so while I'm playing on this thing, you guys let me know what you think. Is this anything C128 worthy? I mean, do you really want to spend... Oh, I stopped. I guess I'm done. All right, game over. There you go. Let's go ahead and get this going. There we go. First jump good. No, first jump bad. Evidently, you've got to hit it just perfect as well. So, wow, this is hard, folks. June, you said you had this game. Are you any better at this than I am? Because this is horrible. Not the game, me. I evidently am not understanding. Let me watch him, see what he's doing. Oh. I mean, it's got to be just... You have to time the acceleration just perfectly or boom, you are gone. All right, let me try just a few more minutes of this, but it is almost an hour in the live stream. We want to beat... Oh. We want to make sure we get to the other games too. All right, here we go. Or not. Why did it go behind the thing? I don't even understand. Oh, it's over. That's the game over. All right, so there you go. There is Kik-Start for the C128, an exclusive Commodore 128 game. What do you guys think? Put that in chat. I'll come back when we're loading the other game. I'll come back and chat and see what's going on. Obviously, the computer player is much better than I am. Check him out. The computer has this thing going, so you kind of see what you're supposed to do. Oh no, see, he lost it on that one. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up here. And the next one we're going to bring up is Thai Boxing 128. Let's go. I'm going to try something because I thought, yeah, gosh, I could have sworn I had, maybe I was doing that differently. So let's mount the disc and let's reset. All right. All right, let's do deload. I think it was Thai Boxing 128. We'll find out. Oh, it was. Good. All right, let's run this. Okay, while that's loading, let me go ahead and get caught up on chat because this is going to take a while to load. See what you guys thought about this. I've got a C128 main board which looks unsalvageable. Oh, it's not unsalvageable, but it has helped to fix my VIC-20. They're never completely unsalvageable. And now the VIC-20 is now in Portland in a certain basement. Now the 128 provides the VDC, a totally different graphics chip. The VIC-2 is unchanged. Jerry says Ultima 6, I think it was, is on 128. Just watched a video on guy converting PC EGA graphics to one. So here's the other thing I had to do, guys, because, and I don't know why, but I couldn't do any of the 80 column games. These are all in 40 column mode. So I had to pick and focus just on the 40 column mode because I've yet to get this converted or an adapter so that I can plug this in and show the 80 column. And I want to do that because I want to play with GEOS as I remember it, which was in 80 column mode, but I just haven't done that. And I need to get that done. I know I can plug into the port on the back and with a few things and I can get that. I just need to research and do that. On a wedge, though, it only has 16K of RAM to work with, so we're talking about the VIC. Solid 64. There we go. Let's see, and my scroll thing is really acting strange over here. Okay, so June, to be clear, you're saying a 128D plastic case power supply is a different form factor than the metal case. Yes, I think that is correct. I think I remember reading that. I know the 128 flat is the external power brick. How are we doing on Thai boxing loading? Oh, it is still not loaded. Is it just me, or does it look worse than is there a 64 version? I guess I should go back and check that and look at it. Some more 128 stuff. Yep, there we go. I have Bill Hurd's original 128D, and that PSU is completely different. How did you snag that one? So does Bill even have a 128? Surely he does, right? Jim says, thanks. That's what I want to run on my PAL 128D. Gotcha. Nobody is good at this game. Okay, well, I'm glad I carried on the tradition of nobody being good at this game, because I think that's going to happen on the next one too, because I am not a great fight gamer. I used to play a lot on the 64. Seriously, this looks worse than that version. It makes me want to check that out. I'll have to go look at it. I've never seen a DCR. I have a plastic 128D myself. Gotta love the keyboard. Storage, yes, on that model for sure. We should do a challenge on this game. No, I don't think so. We're still trying to figure out Archon. I don't think we can figure out this one. Deathy Bears, it was definitely one of the hardest games. It does. I think just a little practice, I could probably figure it out. But alas, sadly, I will not be spending a lot of time learning that game for sure. I have played games in live streams where I've come back to later and had fun playing. This is not one of them. Yeah, Mastertronic was kind of known as you pick them up on your way out of the store for $5 and call it a day. Let's see. This one's taking forever to load. What is it with Thai boxing? It's just cranking and going. You always use a real 81 with a 128. Yeah. Let's see. I did look an image up. The 128 version looks worse than the 64 version. Well, there you go. I will go ahead and take a look at that myself. 81's had a burst mode. Okay, so you guys are talking F3 for direct. Yes, you're right. I keep forgetting that. F3 for directory. Good tip. Thank you, Norbert. Technically, since there are reproduction 1581 controller boards and 3D printers, a 128D81 would be doable. Interesting. 1571 controller boards integrated into the main board. Oh, there you go. See, Jerry says it was Ultima 5 on the 128. Okay, need to check that. Let me write that down. I want to see Ultima 5. I think that was an 80 column mode though, right? Ultima 5. I'll check that one out. Let's see. Bill gave it to me. Well, isn't that nice? All right, let me finish up here. Mr. Landfill, wonder if a piece could be made thick in the 128, so doing that. Jim says the 1571 is only integrated in on the 128 DCI. Okay. And then Jim says, projects, this is true. I was noticing Bill. Hey, Chris, thank you so much. Chris just dropped me a super chat. I need to thank him so much for doing that. Did you try the Kik-Start on +4? Much more playable, seriously. So there's Kik-Start on the +4. I will need to check that out. That could be really interesting. That makes sense, consider it was Mastertronics, and Mastertronics loved the +4. So I will have to check that out and see what that looks like. I wonder if that actually looks better than the C64 version. So very cool. Hey, again, Chris, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate you doing that. Always appreciate your support. And again, just to give you an update, Digimuse is on the way as soon as I get my +4 working again or the C16 updated. Okay, this is Thai boxing. It's an Anco presentation. I don't know, guys. Already I'm a little concerned about this game. All right, name. Oh no, I have to put my name in using, I have to move the mouse around. Can I just type? I cannot. I have to use the mouse. It looks like I have some options here. I can load, I can save, I can tape. I can do number of players. Oh gosh, we got to figure this out. Let's do a name. Let's just do wow. Let's do RC. RC, not the cola, but retroCombs, of course. I don't even know. Did it put that somewhere? Where is it? I don't know. That's weird. Really weird. Do I deload? Do I save? What do I do? Oh, I see. That's for saving the name of a game if you want to save it. Okay, I'm tracking now. Let's just go ahead and there we go. Get disk ready and press space. All right, here we go. Did anything? I don't know what's going on here. Game. There, let's just go to game. How about if we just go to game? Oh my goodness. Which one am I? All right. I'm on the right. And there's a little uppercut right there. Hey, he's not doing anything, so I kind of like this. I am not so sure that this this isn't too bad. Can I do a low? Okay, so there's a block right there. Hey, you know what? This is better that I didn't load the computer playing, because at least we can figure out what the controls are. Sounds okay. Yeah, I know, 2-player game. You can set it for 1 player. But I'm going to pummel this guy first, and we'll go back to the menu, and I can just keep kicking him in the face, which is just wrong. There you go. Uppercut. What's that little streak? You see that streak above? Is that a sprite glitch? Okay. So there we go. I won. And now what is this, round 2? So this is round 2. Now, interesting, I can't, oh, that's weird. Is there a cat coming? So it changed the view, and I didn't do that. That's really strange. What I mean is they switched kind of their orientation, and that was not my choice to do that. So all the moves are still the same. It's just a different I guess for the different fight, they're changing it. Interesting. So this is Thai Boxing 128. I can't wait to read your thoughts in chat. I think this is a game that could have been fun with 2 players, probably. I bet if you played the computer, it would just beat the bejeebies out of you. And I can't back up, which is really weird. I'm stuck only anything I do. Of course, we're down for a set right now. Okay, but as I move and now see it's changed orientation again so that you have a different vantage point for the fight. And maybe that's to keep things fair. I can move forward and backward, and it's right and left. So what I'm doing is here and here. That's it. So I get close. There you go. So the controls are kind of weird. You have to understand the controls with every single move or shift of the viewpoint too. So there you go. There is Thai Boxing. Sweep the leg, Johnny. I did see that. Hey, Evil J, good to have you here. Nerd is here from aloha to you too. I assume you're from Hawaii. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Or maybe you just wish you were in Hawaii. Let us know. So now we're going to go ahead and load up the next game, and I'll get caught up on chat. So that's our second game. Want to know your thoughts on Thai Boxing 128. It could be good again with 2 people. It still doesn't look any better than a Commodore 128 game. Let's go to Frantic Freedy II. That's the next one we want to do. So we're going to go ahead and mount the disc, and then I'm just going to reset the machine, and that might actually just start the game for us. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Now it's automatically booting, which is nice. So that works. So if you mount it, reset, and it supports booting, it'll just boot. All right. So let me get caught up here and see what you all thought about the game we just played. Yeah, it is nice that he has. So there's a story there. June, at some point, if we're together in a location at Midwest or someplace, we need to hear that story. Or maybe you'll share that on one of your live streams, how you came across that or one of your videos. Ultima 5 is a VIC-2E game. Oh, okay. Need to know that. So Evil J coming in here. Jamie doing his best to serve as a wonderful co-host down there. That Ultimate was enhanced when loaded on a 128, or Ultima. Yeah, not to confuse with the Ultimate, right? So we got to be careful here. Let me go back to my retro. There we go. Tarot, yeah, it does. Rare as a hen's teeth, though. I bet. The boxing. Every fight ends in a draw. Yeah, that's right. The +4 has such great graphics. Kik-Start should look better on it. Yeah, I'm anxious to try it now. And of course, Chris is our resident +4 fan. That's how he found me when I did my Commodore +4 series. Oh, there we go. Here's this fast loader. When I did my Commodore +4 user's manual, that's how he found me. So that loaded fairly quickly. That loaded faster than the other game that we just played. Let's see. Simpsons. What's Simpsons? two-player game. We talked about that. Which one of these guys is Super Nintendo Chalmers? I don't know. It looks like a glitch, but yeah, that little, I don't know what it was. Was it some kind of power or strike or not? I don't know. Just weird. Right hook, knock him out. There you go. That's right, Mr. Landfill. Looks like similar to, yeah, it is similar to International Karate. Probably most of those games are. The ultimate cheat mode. There you go. Yes, play yourself. That's how, that is the ultimate cheat mode. Although sometimes I lose when I play myself. So there you go. In my opinion, it looks much better and the game mechanic is more enjoyable. I cannot wait to try this. Maybe there's another live stream. Once I get my +4 working or my C16 upgraded, we'll do some similar games, or maybe some Mastertronic games on the +4 or the TED series. That could be a lot of fun. So we can talk about that. And then last game didn't really look all that exciting. Nah, I didn't think so either. I actually did talk about the machine on one of my live streams, Bill, and I'll have to go back. If you have the actual episode, June, if you want to post that, and you can't post the link, but if you have the actual episode, let us know, then maybe one of our executive producers will find that link and put it in there for us. Okay, let's go back in for our third game. We're halfway through, folks. Halfway through. Hang in there. We're going to play Frantic Freedy II. I think this is a newer game. I should have looked at the release. Somebody want to research that for me, find out when Frantic Freedy II was released. I think this is one of the more modern games. So this is not working, so I'm probably in the wrong. Well, let me hit return. Space. Nope, let me move the joystick port. Move it to 2. There we go. Need to be in port 2 for it to work. So Frantic Freddie, code Dan Hotop music. Is there a date on this thing? No. Freddy's top 10. Have fun with the game. Dan Juke. All right, I like that. That's kind of fun. All right. Let's see. What do we do here? I have no earthly idea. I'm assuming maybe we go up here and get these. Oh, there we go. Okay, Frantic Freddie. I'm just, this is, oh, there's a star. I feel like, oh, all right. So Frantic Freddie is 2019. Thank you, Deathy Bears. So this is good. This is, can I not, how do I get over? So it's very specific about how you can get to the sides. You can't just, you have to go down the proper side. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's go down and get this guy. I love the music. What is that song? Uh-oh, I'm dead. Oh, what is that song? I know this song. Guys, tell me what this song is. All right, here we go. Oh no. You're not going to get me. Oh yeah, you're going to get me. Oh, I wish it would rap. That would be nice. Am I going to lose completely? I'm not going to make it to round 2, am I? This is a good game, folks. This is one of the, oh, here we go. Let's just do, let's just do that. I do like this. We're going to play one more game and see what happens here. Queen. Yes, it is Queen. Don't stop me now. Thank you, Taro. Appreciate it. I knew my chat assisted memory would help me. So see, you have to go up and down. Whoa, let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, he snuck up on me. All right. I am going to get through level 1 though. This is fun. I do like this one. But it is tricky because, oh my goodness. Now what? Oh, now see, here we go. All right, here we go. I should not have done that. I know each one of you were saying don't do that, and I didn't mean to do that, just so you know. Come on. I guess I could try going the path of least resistance, which is away from them. Oh, I forgot one down there, didn't I? Oh, rats. Oh, man. I thought I was done. I had one. Did you guys see it down in the corner? I got to get through the first level. I am going to get through the first level. I have to know that there is another, oh gosh, I have to know there is another level. And I'm dead. What am I doing wrong, guys? What am I not anticipating? Something is amiss. Let's see if I can get them. Looks like they kind of come to you. So maybe I can... Oh, yeah. It's tough because you can't just go over there. You have to figure out a path, and you really just have to get there quickly. Oh, come on. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one while I have an opportunity. And then we'll see if we can get those other ones at the top. There we go. Opportunity. Opportunity. Oh. What do I have left? Do I have one left? Oh, man, I am horrible at this thing, guys. This is horrible. Okay, one last time because I'm committed. I'm committed to showing you what level 2 looks like. Get up there. There's a nice little run right there. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about this one, guys. Boom, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't you love it when somebody's successful? Oh my. So I really am glad. Yeah, I'm glad we went ahead and tried to get to the next level because this is good music. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, I do like the music levels though. I'm probably gonna get some kind of ban on YouTube for the music. It's probably gonna give me a copyright strike. Little Ozzy Osbourne, folks. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I'm not going to make it to level 3, and I'm not going to try either. So, I don't think I'm going to make it to level 3. Let's see. If I just pick up and go, I might make it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it, because they are... Let's try and get these guys first. And let's hope he does... Yeah, see. There's nothing I can do there. I don't have any more, right? I'm done? Yep, I'm done. All right, so that is Frantic Freedy II. What'd you guys think? Put your comments in the chat, and as we're loading up the Rocky Horror Picture Show 128, we will take a look at it and see what you said. All right. Yeah, let's see if this one auto boots. This one does not auto boot, so F3 for our directory. Thank you for that. And it's just Rocky, so that's easy. I can type today. Deload Rocky. All right, so let me get caught up here. Yes, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen was the song. Let me go ahead and hit run. Yeah, we got it. Didn't Robin from 8-Bit Show and Tell just do something? I don't know. Did he, Jerry? I'll have to check. I have to go back and see that. Deathy says, looks like the controls are maybe, it's not too bad. What it is, the controls are actually quite good. It's the player, but you can only go up one side or down the other. So you can't cross at any point except going up and over. So it does make it a little bit tricky. I think just playing it a little bit, you get used to it pretty quickly. So not too bad. There's no action button. There's nothing. You run. It's a run and gun kind of game. More like Pac-Man, right? But even Pac-Man has a way that you can stun them. So, maybe some research. Maybe there is something. Maybe I'm just missing something. MB Nibbles and Bites live at number 6 around 33:30. So if you're interested, I need to write that down before I forget it because I'm going to go back and check Nibbles and Bites. NB number 6 at 33:30. I cannot wait to hear that story. Can't wait to hear that story. And good for you. So just a quick question, June, if you don't mind. Did you and Bill have a relationship way before you guys started doing a live stream together? Is that kind of how that happened? Let's see, Deathy Bears, if you get them coming down one side of the ladders, maybe you can go up the other side. Yeah, I think that's the way it kind of works. Robin covered 64 game that didn't work on 128 and what it took to fix them. Yes. Oh, it was Frantic. I did see that video, but I didn't remember Frantic Freddie being one of the games. Now, but you might be right. Yes, Black Sabbath, you gotta love that. Paranoid, yeah. I like that we've got our folks talking the games. Ha, suddenly Frantic Freedy II is now rock and roll racing. I love that. Looks too insanely, I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. I think as you play it, you'll kind of get the feel for it, but it does seem like there's an awful lot of opportunity to get stuck somewhere and you have no way out. There's no recourse and you're done. And then Norbert, of course, a Black Sabbath. So rock on, man. Or rock on. There we go. That's love you. Rock on. There we go. We'll get it right here in a minute. And apologies if that means something else in another part of the country. That's just what it is in America. All right. So we are loading up the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know what? I haven't checked the chats in a while. We've got... hey, we've got about 21 of you. We've had $5 in super chats, which again, appreciate that. Looks like at one point we've had 76 folks. We got 14 likes, but 20 of you watching. Hey, get down there and like. Hit that thumbs up button. You're not doing your job yet. You know, that's one way you can support the channel is hitting that like button down there below so that people will know we are online and gaming. Okay. Let me go back in over here. Freddie looks cool. It is. Yeah, I believe there is no jump stun action. Okay, so too bad. Setting up a disk to do auto booting is actually surprisingly difficult. Really, even on the 128, it's you know, I'm glad Fast Freddie did it. I wish all games would do that, especially with the Ultimate 2. It makes it so much faster just to mount it and go. Is this the thing here to request Paranoid from any cover band? Yeah, it is. There you go. Yeah, we built up a friendship over Discord and hung out like crazy during the whole VCF. Gotcha. I was supposed to meet Bill at Midwest, but he was just so overwhelmed with people, and I just didn't want to bother him. He even said, "Hey, let's make sure and get together." And everybody was going up to him and getting things signed. And at one point I saw him and he just looked tired. And I thought, I'm not going to be that guy. So he and I have, we said we'll get together at some point. So, hey, Mike, good to have you here. I think, Mike, this is your first live stream here. So thanks for coming in and watching us watch software load, because that's what the majority of this live stream has been, just watching software load. But at least we're doing it from something cool, which is the Ultimate 2 back here, so that's kind of cool. And we are playing C128 games that run in 40 column mode and seeing if they're any different, any better than their C64 counterparts. And so far the consensus is no, there would be no reason for somebody to write something for the C1. I haven't even really seen a game that takes advantage of the extra memory. Have any of you? I don't think any of these games would have required extra memory. This might be the exception. This is like some of the other games that we talked about, like Maniac Mansion and Zack McCracken, at least from the screen. I have not played it. Again, all I did was on all of these was load them to make sure they loaded, but I did not play anything. So you are getting a first reaction play. Bill and I have been collaborating since I started. Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right, so here it is. This is the Rocky Horror Show. Do you wish to be Brad or Janet? Well, I'm just going to be Brad. So looks like the keys are A for up, Z for down, M for right, N for left, P for pause, space bar is fire. Let's hope that this works too, because I do not want to play this game with just the keys. All right, first one to tell me, Brad or Janet. I'm going to wait and chat. Brad or Janet? First one pops up. Brad or Janet? This is your chance to influence the live stream, and it's interactive, right? So bad Brad it is. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. So B for Brad or Janet. Yep, there we go. Enter at your own risk. It looks like, oh, Branit. Very nice, Evil J. Very nice, Branit. All right. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Okay, I'm going to assume I can press the button to get going here. Ah, very good. Ooh. Now, I kind of like this. This looks pretty good, right? By the way, just so you all know, I am outputting directly from the composite video. So there's no upscaling. You're getting it just like it comes out. You can, as a matter of fact, if you look, you can kind of see the jail bars from the 128. If you go down there low and look at Rocky Horror Show, you can kind of see it. I have not done any adjustments or anything like that. At some point, I want to do that with this machine. It is very Maniac Mansion-like. Let's see what happens. So we're going to walk over here. Controls are good. Like the controls. Looks like we can spin around. There we go. All right, so that's good. I say we enter the house and let's see what we get. Now it seems like I should have played this on Halloween, right? This probably should have been one I should play on Halloween. Okay, I can't go up the stairs, so let me press a button. Oh, there we go. You had to get it just right. Oh, listen to the music. Like the music. Let me crank it up a little bit for you. Let's do the time warp. All right. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go around here and see what we do. There's a door here. Can't go there. Looks like there's a key. See that key up there on that second floor? A couple other things. Let's see. I like the transition. That's kind of cool. The way they just flicker it. And, uh-oh. Here comes somebody. Do I talk to this person? Do I avoid this person? I have no earthly idea. I'm going to, evidently, looks like I'm trying to avoid this person. This looks like a person I would want to avoid. Okay. Oh, it's just a jump to the left. Let's go do the time warp again. Is anything happening to... Uh-oh, there goes my G rating. Can I not get that key? What in the world? I kind of want that. Uh-oh. Will this person give me some clothes? What's going on here? It isn't easy having a good time. No, it wasn't easy having a good time. Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. Okay. I'm going to go in this door over here. Yeah, I got you. I'm feeling a little exposed right now. Let's just go up here. It did take a leisure suit Larry turn, didn't it? Oh my gosh. What in the world? Is there anything? All right, I need your help, guys. I am, nothing's happening. Somebody get online. You look exposed. I'm way too exposed. I'm glad it's him and not me. Whew. This is like everybody's worst nightmare. You run around in your underwear, only in this case, you don't even have underwear. I don't, oh, yes, come to the lab. Well, where is the lab? Okay. Bet you all weren't expecting this in today's live stream, were you? All right. It is a Rocky Horror Show. I mean, we should have known that it would be something like, oh, come on. I'm trying to see if I can go over here. There we go. I wish I could figure out how to get some clothes on, though. Okay, it looks like you pick up these pieces of... But it's not letting me pick it up. Because I thought you pick up these little pieces of the puzzle and it goes down there. Let's see what old Igor over there is doing. I don't think that's his real name, but... Oh, that's interesting. They don't like me. They never liked me. Oh, stage is up. Okay, I'm not sure where this is headed. I think, have you all seen enough? Uh-oh, maybe I'm going to die. I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, I just died. Okay, thank goodness. So I think I need some instructions for this game. But that is, so here's what I will say. That is very true to the movie. The graphics are good. The sound is really good. That, out of all of them, that's probably the winner. What do you guys think? So far, that's the winner. That's what I think. So let's go back in here. We have one more game, and that is Elite. And I'll need to talk about that. But before I do, let me go ahead and mount that disc. Now, actually, I want to run that disc, and I'll tell you why. So let me just get this one set up for you. So again, a Rocky Horror Picture Show, pretty cool. Liked it so far. It's probably, again, the best. He was that a credit for false. He's great. I know, right? So Elite 64. So this is weird. This is the only game I picked that does this, and there are a couple. This is a Commodore 64 game that, when run on the Commodore 128, can access some of the additional features of the 128. So this is going to boot in C64 mode, but it's actually going to run at 2 megahertz. And I'm not sure how they did it. As you guys know, I am a user. I am not like June or Bill or any of these folks, or Deathy, who program. That's just not me. The focus of my channel is just, hey, let's have some fun using these old retro computers and the devices that modernize them. But it's really cool that I found this game, because I used to play Elite a little bit, and it does look like it plays a lot better on the 128 than it does in the 64 version, especially when you look at the frame rates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Run Disk, and it's automatically going to go into C64 mode and load this one. And I will admit, it took me a little bit of time to figure out how I was going to do this one. And you can see right there, so we want to start Elite 128. So that, again, we're in C64 mode, but look, we're welcome to Elite 128. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll watch this load. So let me come back in while that's loading. Let's get caught back up on chat here, see how it's going. Hulk smash, yes, absolutely. The title screen for Rocky Horror is a little wonky. Yeah, just a little bit, but yeah, we're still pretty good. We should all three of us get together. Yes, definitely for sure, because we have a challenge, and we won't give it away here, June. Those are in the Discord. If you want to know what we're talking about, you can join the channel and get in the Discord, and that'll be good. But yeah, definitely we need to get together. Probably need to have some dinner at some point too. And it's missing the word picture in the I know, that was bothering me too, Evil J. It's just Rocky Horror Show. Or yeah, it's not picture show. Maybe that was you think they were doing that because they were worried about getting copyright or intellectual property strike against them? I want to check out the Galloping Ghost on the next. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. So June, if you don't know, Jamie is a neighbor of mine. He is he travels. We travel up there together. By the way, Jamie and I currently, we have plans while that's loading. We have plans to go to World of Commodore in Toronto in December. So if you're planning to go there, let me know. Hope to hook up with you. I know there's a virtual version of it as well, but he and I both always wanted to go. It's only about an 8-hour drive for us where we are in central Indiana. So it seems like a fun trip. We're going to be there for Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. And then so Friday travel, Monday travel. So it should be a blast. So if any of you are going, let me know. I'd love to meet you while you're there. And World of Commodore, again, I'm obviously a Commodore fan. That's my jam right there. So let me go back over here, still loading. So keep that in mind. Let's see, June says there weren't any games that really took advantage of the 128's extra RAM back in the day, but today there are a bunch. Yeah, people are really now learning to exploit it. Bad Brad, I loved it. Let's see, Shades of Maniac Mansion for sure. It is Maniac Mansion-like. That's why I feel like I need a book so I know what to do, or some instructions. I have to find that out. Let's see. Okay, it's loaded here. Let me just get caught up on chat. Thing alike. Yep. Indeed. Let's see. There's also an Eye of the Beholder, of course. Attack of. Oh yeah, Petsky Robots does it too. Yeah, I saw that, but then I thought, yeah, it's kind of a. And I guess I did play a modern game, but I thought it was too modern. I don't know why. Admittedly, I don't own Petsky Robots, and I think I would have had to have purchased that to play it. And I should get it at some point and support the 8-bit guy. Although he's going to be getting out of that, I think. I think there was a port of Sonic to the 128. Was it ported to the 128, or was it for the C64 with RAM expansion? I want to think that was, you might be right, Gene. I can't remember. Things suddenly took a, yeah, it was embarrassing, wasn't it? Let's see. Anything else I need to catch up before we play here? True to the movie, graphics are good, music is good, and you have absolutely no idea what's going on. I love that. Absolutely. True to the movie. You have no earthly idea what's going on. Xander, yes, I have a Rocky Horror on disc. I think I played it a few times in the 80s. You could be someone that programs, just type it, I could be, every time I look at the monitor and I look at decompiling memory locations, my brain just goes to mush. So I can program in BASIC. I can do some of that basic stuff. Hey, pun not intended. But yeah, assembler just keeps struggling. And I want to, because I love the Mega 65 and I'd love to be able to program in that in assembler, and I just don't have time to figure it out. As far as I see, now I have to disassemble this. As far as I know, making use of the MMU and 64 mode is impossible because the registers go away. So how are they doing it? It's a good point. Let's see. They can run 2 megahertz when the raster is off on the main screen. Have to go back to a 1 megahertz while drawing the screen. Oh, interesting. So see, this is where our tech folks come in and teach me things that I'll never use ever in my life again. I will not be attending World of Commodore, sadly. After this year's VCF 401 with Bill, I'm out of, out of PTO. Yeah, I know. Rocky Horror Show was the musical, not the movie. Oh, is that right? I don't know that I ever knew that. Thank you for that. Again, learning. This is what the chat room's for. That's right, Jim64. I remember reading that you can poke the CPU run at 2 megahertz. Jerry, same thing. Rocky Horror Picture Show is the movie based on Rocky Horror Musical. So this is based on the musical and not the movie. Petsky Robots is it on Steam? I did not know that. Oh, that's funny. I do remember some copy programs using any extra memory. Yeah. Shouldn't Elite be playing Blue Danube? Oh, Was that the original music? Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember. I thought the disk load times were faster with my Final Cartridge 3. You know, that's what I should have done on this one. Let me clear this. I should have programmed in the flash for the, because I do have a, oh, you know what? I really want to try that. Are you guys good for a few more minutes? Let's try something. We're gonna play the game, but then what I want to do is I want to see if I can load the cartridge, the speed load cartridge, and then see if we can load it and see if it loads faster. Okay, so we're gonna try that. Taro, only while docking, and then Basic 7 is really quite awesome. Basic 7 is awesome. You should check out, if you're not familiar with Basic 65, on the Mega 65, it's even more awesomer, if you can imagine. And you're running Basic at 40 megahertz on the Mega 65, which is really cool. June, I don't know if you're familiar with the Mega 65. It's kind of it's one of my passions. If you look at my channel, I've just got a ton of stuff about the Mega 65. I really like it. All right, hey, we still got several of you in here. Thanks for staying along. Let's see if let's load a new commander here, and then we'll try that thing. Hopefully I remember it. What I said. All right, here we go. Load new commander. Let's say yes. I guess let's just use the default, right? And let's see if are you sure? Yes. Now, I vaguely remember playing this, and I vaguely remember I needed to know what keys. Okay, press space or fire. All right, here we go. So I just hit fire. Why is it on this? How do I get out of this? How do I get out of here? Oh, there we go. F1. There we go. And this is one of those games. I'm going to stretch this out too. This looks a little squashed to me. Hold on a second. Let me change this to 16:9. There we go. That looks a little better. And maybe that's not actually the real resolution, but it just seems better. And I do not remember how to play this, honestly. But what I do notice, and I don't know if you notice this, it does seem like the frame rates are really good for this compared to what I remember. I remember it being kind of a slog. But I do know there are some controls and things I need to figure out. So this is Elite 128. So if you want to play this on your Commodore 128, just remember it's going to load from C64 mode. And it's actually really good. Yeah, you can see spinning. Everything is really good on this. So that is Elite 128. And again, I'm not going to play it because it's one of those games. It's just one of those times. But I did want you all to see that. The circle is a planet, by the way. Yes, that's right. It is, isn't it? Thank you. Which is, let's see if we can we get away from the planet? For those of you that have played Elite, there we go. So I don't run into the planet, right? We don't want to run into the planet. There we go. Now we can kind of see what's going on, but you are kind of limited where you can go. So I'm curious, what do you all think? Does it seem, because it does seem really good to me. So I will, oh yeah, I kind of want to get a manual now and come back to this and play this because it does look good. Okay, so now here's what I want to do. So you guys comment on that. I do want to see if we can get the fast load working and see what happens. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up our screen. Now I have, oh gosh, am I going to remember where these are? Let's see. Let me go back here. I thought I loaded there. No, maybe I don't have it on here. I thought I put on a speed loader, or maybe it's already in there. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Me trying to remember all the menus. Let's see. Is it cartridge settings and cartridge? Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, I only had super snapshot. Oh, rats. I did not install a speed loader. I have super snapshot on here. So if I load that right now, what happens is I get super snapshot. So I did not put easy flat or easy, whatever they are. I can't remember all of them. So what you'll see how this works right here. If I come back out of here and I hit reset. Oops. If I hit reset, there we go. Okay, so once I power off and now power back on, I think it'll... Maybe I have to do Go 64. I thought I had it working yesterday. Let's see. And let me make sure it's... loaded here. This is what I get for trying to do things live, right? Oh, didn't keep it. Interesting. Did I save it? Save, yes. There we go. Let's just make sure it's still in there. Okay, there it is. Now let's see if I exit out of here. All right, and reset. Still didn't do it. So for some reason, I don't know if you guys are seeing this on the cartridge settings. Oh, it showed it that time. Let's see if I can. Oh, I know what I need to do. Sorry. Let me reboot. I think I have to hold down my Commodore key and reboot. Okay, I'll have to play with that. I had it working yesterday. I'm not sure why it's not working right now. Let me try one more thing here. I'm going to turn off, hold my Commodore key down, and turn it back on right into C64 mode. There it is. That's it. You have to do it that way. So there you go. So now you can see how Super Snapshot is working. And I think, yeah, if I hit the flash button, which you can't see, but there is a button on the back that serves as the button on the cartridge right there. And so that's what I'm hitting to bring up the menu. So you can see how that works. So anyway, that is the Ultimate 2 Plus. Those are 5 C128 games you may or may not want to play. Let's go ahead and get caught up on chat for a final few minutes here and just see what's going on. And I'm going to bring back some music in the background for us. There we go. Start to work our way out of here. Let me go ahead and bring that down just a little bit right there and pull these off. Okay, let's get caught up on our final chat here of the day. The most awesomest was the Mega 65, I think is what you're talking about. Yeah, Gürçe achieved full motion video in Basic 60, or full FMV, full motion video in Basic 65. Actually, what he's doing is amazing. As a matter of fact, Gürçe has a live stream that he's programming a new game, which is like the Thai boxing game, quite honestly. It's very similar to that, but he's doing it in Basic. And I think he's using pet ski characters, and it's turning out really well if you want to check it out. Not familiar with 65, and becoming interested. Well, you can't find a C65, but you can get a Mega 65. And again, you can get a Nexus, and there's a couple of different ways to do it. I have a dev kit as well, so I'm really enjoy that. Deathy is our resident M65 expert probably in programming. Yeah, when depacking the blank screen so that the 128, it runs twice as fast. Jim says, yes, I learned Basic 65. I kept referring back to Basic 7, seeing that lots of what was new to me was in Basic 7. Yeah, and of course I had a 128 and remember Basic 7, so the 65, Basic 65 felt really comfortable for me, but some other things that were in there. And it's been fun to watch that get better and better too, and I helped with some of the troubleshooting in their Basic as they were developing, which I appreciate. I even got a command flag named after me called the retroCombs flag. Because I snuffed out a little issue with some ellipses being drawn. So that's kind of cool to be a part of that community. So there's stars closer to the planet and smaller. Yeah, exactly. How does that work? Astrophysically. Is that a word? Astrophysically? I don't think it is. Let's see. I have no memory of the controls. Me either. That's why we got out pretty quick. Up, down, spit. Oh, that would have helped if I had seen that while I was playing. Still, you know, the point is just to try these things out, not to spend a lot of time. I'm not going to be playing games over and over and hours. Nobody wants to watch that. Well, people do watch that, which is amazing. That's all Twitch is, but it's not me. So we're trying to expose you to new things and expose me to new things that you may want to try. Keep rotating to dock. Oh, keep rotating to docking ship. Gotcha. Should be a station behind you. So all these tips, again, would have been fabulous had I read the chat while I was playing. That's because the vectors masking the stars was more than they could. Yeah, there's no way. And there's definitely wasn't going to be a fill on that planet for sure. Stars are always on for effect. Super Snapshot 5, is it? Super Snapshot 5 is a fast loader too? Is that right? Epic's fast load, yeah, but is it? Wait, is it really? So should I try it? Should I just try it? Let's try it. Okay, because you guys say it is. Okay, so let's try this. I was not aware Super Snapshot was a fast loader. Let me go back. Let me clear this. I'm really curious now. Let's go back to our retro and let's load a load a game. And we want here. And we are going to go, and we want this one. And we want to run the disk. All right, so let's see. All right, let's see if it seems any faster. Tell you what, let me pause really quick though, just to make sure that it's in there. It is. All right, so we're good. All right, let's see if it loads faster. Now, I didn't time it, so we're really just kind of checking to see. Let's see, I think that it will 464 mode. Yeah, so it did. Both will, yep, which is what we wanted. Yeah, the Xanadu demo in BASIC is amazing. Xander says, was great again. Have a great, hey, good to have you. Xander's pulling out, which I don't blame him. We've been at this a while. So, kitchen sink, yep. Super Snapshot was a really good fast loader. Okay, well, we're checking it out. I don't think running the disk will work. Oh, you don't? I think it will. I think it did, right? Looks like it. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hey, there's still 23 of you hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out, but we only have 18 likes. Come on, people. 18 likes does not equal 23. We gotta get that back up there to 23. If you've not liked it, please pop in there and do that. Looks like at any one point we've had about 94 folks pop in. Several of them popped in, popped out really quickly, which is pretty standard for me. So thank you for that. And let's see, it's still loading. It does not seem like it's a lot faster. It's part of the DOS wedge. Okay, yeah, I didn't even try the DOS wedge. I should try that too and see what it brings. So you're saying Super Snapshot should probably just be one of those I just keep loaded. Although I do like Epic's fast loader. It seems like that's, I don't know which is faster. I need to do some reading and see which is the fastest cartridge to install. Still seems like it's about the same amount of time. If you don't see Super Snapshot screen at the beginning, then the fast loader is probably not activated. Really? Have to toggle it on using the T key in the, oh, really? Great. Okay, let's do this then. The T key in the menu. It says Turbo DOS is on. So does that mean it was on or it wasn't on? Looks like it was on. Turbo DOS is on. Setup for Super Snapshot. Let's see. All of memory is about to be cleared. Okay, well, whatever. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So that just clears it. Disk utilities, extended life. Turbo DOS is on. So it seems like, hey, Rudy's Retro Intel pulled in just in time for me to say goodbye to everybody. Hey, Rudy, we're just, you probably want to go get back and get caught up. We're about done here. We've been at it for about an hour and 40. But we are just trying to see if we can get turbos or turbo mode working on Super Snapshot 5 using the Ultimate 2 Plus after playing 5 Commodore 128 games. It's been a busy afternoon for sure. Let's see. Jerry Kurtz says Super Snapshot 5 is one of the best utility carts in my opinion, one of the very few whose monitor disassembles. Yeah, I see Robin over at 8-Bit using it all the time. So just quick question, guys, does this screen right here tell me that the fast loader is operational? I guess I can go to disk utilities. Is that file system, nibbler? No, those are other things. I don't want that. Yeah, I don't need that. That is not what I want. Let me get rid of this. I can't tell what I'm supposed to be doing here. How do I get out of here? Space, okay. Extended life. What is extended life? Snapshot, screen copy, games, utilities, monitors, snap term. Snap term. Oh, that's interesting. I really do need to play with this thing. What's under utilities, just out of curiosity? Yeah. 5 and 7 resume. That's weird. Okay, let's see. Jamie, got a jet. See, Jamie, good to have you here. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Neil, you just popped in. You're way late. You're usually here, one of my very first ones here. When you did run disk, you bypassed the Super Snapshot boot. Ooh, I did. F7. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get out of here. Super snapshot, subsystem. Let's go back to 1. Oh, I don't want that. This menu is really strange. How do I get out of here? So yeah, okay. I need to learn a little bit on how to use this. We'll watch full stream. Hey, Rudy. Yep. No biggie. I appreciate you showing up, and thanks for being here. I'm just trying to figure out how to use Super Snapshot. I don't know if I can. I'm trying to get out of this menu right here. Subsystem. Somebody help me here. Restart again, or just press delete. Or F7. Delete is not doing anything. Neither is F7. So that is just weird. So let's reboot. There we go. And then F7 to exit right there. There it is. Okay, so there's Turbo 5. Let's see. Is that still mounted? Okay, let's see if this... I got you now. Let's see if this works. Oh, interesting. Is it this? Oops. Oh, that's not the code, is it? No deload on C64. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. we spent so much time in the C128 mode that I forgot. There we go. And that didn't work. Huh. Maybe it's... let's try boot. Yep, did it again, didn't I? Oh boy. We'll get it right here in a minute. Looks like it's bombing out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it off and I'm back on again for sure. It looks like it's bombing out. I have to redo that. So let me go ahead and F7. Okay. All right, let me see if... Okay, let's load that. We just want to mount the disk. There we go. All right. Now let's load. It may not work. Yeah, it's bombing it out. It is not going to work. I don't think it's Elite 128 is a basic stub. Can't use the 1. Oh, you think that's right? Okay. So I may have to restart it again. Yeah, let's restart it and try it again without that. What's the quick load command for this? Evidently isn't the arrow up. I thought it might be. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to mount it, didn't I? I did not mount it. Thought I did. Oops. Where's my... Hello. There we go. Let's try this again. Yeah, it does not like the speed loader at all. Disk was unmounted. Yeah, and so I I did put it back on there, but man, it does not like it. I'm gonna try one more thing. The whole process, let's go ahead and try something. Let's go ahead and kill it. Let's load it. Let's exit. I want to make sure I do everything right and we don't mess it up. So now we're gonna come over here and we're going to enter. Come here, we're going to enter, we're going to come down, we're going to mount the disk. What would happen if I run the disk? Ugh. I kind of want to... That restarted everything. See, so yeah, so you see that it didn't, when it wasn't loaded, it worked. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that again, F7, and then we'll come back in here, mount, and then we will do, looking at your alls here, it hates that. It hates that, guys. Mount disk, dump, go, and then % on boot line. Let's try it. Yeah. Maybe this one. Yeah, so it's just, it does not like that. So I think what we've learned is Super Snapshot doesn't work with Elite. Now, if you guys can get it working, I do want to know. So yeah, I tried that and then it didn't go. So it could have bombed it. All right, we'll do it one more time just to make sure that we didn't really mess it up. Okay, so we're gonna go very strategically through this, Jerry. So let's go ahead and F7. Let's go ahead and mount. Just so you know, the cursor keys on the 128 don't work here. You have to use the 2 cursor keys, so shifting and up and shifting left, that type of thing. I wish they would figure that out. Okay, so now it's mounted. So then the recommendation was to do this. And then come up here. And then the recommendation was to do % here. Okay. Actually, Jerry's a couple of things here. Somebody has said try this instead. Let's try that. Nothing. Yeah, it's just, it does not like it. Yeah, so there we go. All right, that's all I have. That's all I can get out of this. So let's go ahead and I was going to end this thing about 15 minutes ago, but let me go ahead and come back on here. So thank you all again for that. I did learn about Super Snapshot, so I know a lot more about Super Snapshot, so I really appreciate that. Let's see, Jamie's out of here. You tried to scan for cheats before letting the 64 boot, needs you to do a power cycle. Yeah, so we kind of went through all that. I think I was keeping up pretty well here. Yep, got that. Tried that, didn't work. Yeah, the 128 keys use a different register, so that's kind of a pain. But I understand, maybe they can figure that out in the future firmware. That's the other thing that's nice about this, is the Ultimate can be updated with firmware. All right, and then yeah, and I tried run, so that didn't really do anything either. So I will keep trying it. If I get it working, I will let you know. So I think that's it for now. I am going to get out of here. It is about a 2-hour live stream. This is a long one, folks, but hopefully we learned a little bit more about the 128, the games. We learned a little bit more about the Ultimate 2. We learned a little bit more about Super Snap. We are all so much smarter. And again, that's one of the things I love about this, is I learned so much from all of you in the chat room. Thanks for giving me a good education today. I am going to get out of here, and I'm going to exit with retroCombs out like I always do. Again, remember, if you're not a member of the channel, go over there and join. Consider Bill Hurd's endorsed C128 level if you want to be a producer. But remember, you can come in at $2 at Buy Me a Coffee, and you can join the Discord where we just keep this conversation rolling, and this where I post updates when I find things out later. If I do get that working, that's probably where I'll put that. So again, that's at the Commodore VIC 20 level for $2 a month. And if you just want the monthly newsletter, and you just want to support me, you can do that $1 a month, and you can participate there. And the monthly newsletter is kind of growing a little bit. I've got some cool links in it and some other things. So thanks for watching again. We'll be in touch. I will hang out in chat for a little bit longer, and we will say goodbye there. So see you guys.